Edit smarter, not harder. Here are 8 free After Effects plugins that will drastically speed up your workflow. Those plugins I use all the time, they are my personal recommendation. Most of them are quite simple. They are great at doing one thing really good. I picked them specifically for my weaknesses, to speed up the mundane actions like creating adjustment layers, nulls, or flipping things horizontally or vertically. First up, we have Animation Composer. This is one of the first plugins that I downloaded, so if you are a beginner, I highly recommend it. You have helpful tools like Anchor Point Mover. I guess you know what it does. It just moves the anchor point to each corner or to the middle. You also have Keyframe Wingman, which helps you to just ease out the keyframes. And in this free version, you have a lot of effects from like text animators, you have sound effects, you have arrows, which are really helpful. I use those arrows all of the time. You have circles, lines, lots of effects. You have lower thirds for your social media. Also, this plugin is for Premiere Pro, so you can have all of that in Premiere Pro, which is really handy as well. And yeah, if you're a beginner, I would highly recommend it. You have a lot of amazing stuff here. Those tools are really helpful to speed up your workflow. And let's move to the next one. Second plugin is Effects Console. It adds a search bar inside After Effects where you can just type what effect you want to add, for example the drop shadow, and it adds the effect. This also works with presets. You don't have to click through or search in the effects panel. For example here, drop, drag, drop. You can also add shortcuts under numbers, so you can just press 1 and it adds your effect of choice. I have drop shadow, Gaussian blur and transform under 3, Gaussian blur under 2 and drop shadow under 1. I know this saves only a few seconds, but trust me, it adds up really quickly, plus it's way more comfortable to do it this way. Next up, we have Motion Tools. This plugin adds a lot of buttons to speed up the mundane tasks, like for example changing the anchor points. You can add a null that's already pinned to the layer that you choose. You can adjust easing of the keyframes like with the first plugin. This one I use all of the time. This is the copy keyframe, so if you click it, it just copies keyframes, but if you click shift, it reverses the keyframes, so you can easily make out animations in your motion graphics. For example, let me just add transform, keyframe position and opacity, click U to pull up all the keyframes in this layer, change it a little bit to the bottom, I'll set opacity to 0, keyframe it using the motion tools. As you can see, it creates easing in and you have animation, and if you want to make animation out, you can just hold shift, click this button and it reverses the keyframes. Really handy. I use this all of the time. And again, you have way more buttons here. You can make full video just discussing all of those buttons. So again, highly recommend it. If you want more tips to speed up your workflow further, sign up for my free newsletter. Every week I share free tips to help you edit better and faster. Click the link in the description to join now. Number 3, we have Void. It adds 3 buttons that creates null, adjustment layer and solid, which here are called void, variant and volume. And it sounds simple because it is, but it really speeds up your workflow, because if you want to create a null that's pinned to this, you can just click this and you have null. If you want adjustment layer, you just click and you have adjustment layer. If you want another solid, for example red, you have red solid. In addition, each button has few more functions. If you hover over the void button, you can see all of the other functions. For example, if you have lots of layers, you can click shift and it pins all of the layers and the null is in the center, because if you just click the null, it will be in the center of all of the layers, not the center of the composition. If you hold shift and option, it creates a null for each of the layer. Number 5 is Trim Pack. Really handy if you work with a lot of lines or shape layers. You can easily trim it down from each direction, in and out, and you don't need to look for trim paths effect, open it up, and then look which way is end, which way is start. You can just click a button, adjust keyframes, and you're done. Number 6 is Text Evo. It's my favorite plugin and no one is talking about it. You can easily make clean looking text animations in seconds. You just add the Text Evo effect and you animate it however you want. Here you can add if it works for letters or words. I would choose words. Here you can adjust the starting position because the ending position is what the layer looked like, the opacity, and then I like to add a little bit of blur. And for me it looks great. You can change direction here. This is the normal direction, this is the reversed. Looks great, takes a second. You can easily just highlight it. Here you copy it and then just add another text layer and just paste it. It looks great, takes a second, highly recommend it. 7 is Decompose Text. It's simple. This plugin breaks text layers into individual characters, words or lines. You can pick if you want origin position like it's right now, or if you want approximate position but without expressions. Let's decompose, and here all of the letters separated. Let me undo that. Let me now do words, and if you pick approximate it will sort of shift them, but each word is in its own box, not like previously where the text was hid with expressions. Number 8 are honorable mentions, which is Buttcupper and Quick Flip. Quick Flip, it just adds shortcuts for simple actions. Flip horizontal, flip vertical, rotate 90 degrees, rotate 90 degrees in other direction, scale down, scale up, change the opacity to 0 and change it to 100. Buttcupper changes the stroke of layer. You can set it to round cap. If you hold shift it adds round cap in the middle. You can set it to projecting cap. With shift you can change it in the middle. You can apply maintain stroke width with expression. I don't use it often. It just means that if you scale your layer down, the stroke width always stays the same. And there you have it, 8 free After Effects plugins to speed up your workflow. If you want to be better editor, remember to sign up for my free newsletter. And thank you for watching. See you soon.